let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now. At the end of the day, I will fuck you up. And I'm trying to be the bigger person, even though you clearly are the bigger person.
What happened?
This boy be comfortable as shit. His mouth.
Open the door or I'm gonna throw rocks through your windows, you dumb whore.
It's on your head. Thanks.
Couple wet wipes, case a bum try to touch me. Ew.
There you go.
Punch.
Uy, qué fea. Uy. A ver. Let me see. God! So good! Oh!
Does that feel good, Liza?
เกิดขึ้นมาจะมันยากเกิดมันลำบากเกิดมาเป็นกูฮ่าฮ่าฮ่า
โออาอาเย้ตวงเลกันสตันฮาชิมิ Ludo, asik-asik. Boy, 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 boy.
L is for the way you look at me.
Dear my beloved audiences, today I want to tell you a story which was called The Dog and the Iron Tower. At the edge of a quiet town stood an old iron tower, rusted, forgotten, and no longer in use. Most people avoided it, claiming it creaked like it had a voice of its own. But to a small brown dog named Copper, the tower was simply a place of wonder. Copper belonged to no one, though everyone in town knew him. He roamed freely, slept where he pleased, and always found his way to the Iron Tower at sunrise. There at the highest accessible platform, he would sit with his ears perked forward as if waiting for something or someone. One chilly morning, a man named Elias arrived in town. He was an engineer sent to inspect the old tower for possible demolition. Once a proud innovator, Elias had grown weary of his work. For years he had designed structures, but lately every assignment felt empty. When he arrived and saw Copper sitting beneath the tower, he approached out of curiosity. "Hey there," Elias said softly. Copper wagged his tail as if he'd been expecting him. As Elias climbed the old ladder, Copper followed closely, paws clinking lightly against the metal. The tower groaned under their weight, but the dog moved without fear. Elias paused halfway. "You really trust this thing, don't you?" he murmured. At the top platform, wind brushed their faces. From there, the town looked small, and the sunrise painted the sky in warm, hopeful colors. Elias found himself breathing deeper than he had in months. Copper sat beside him, staring at the horizon with a calmness that surprised Elias. "You come up here every day?" he asked. The dog nudged his leg gently, as if answering yes. Over the next week, Elias visited the tower daily to assess its condition. Each time, Copper greeted him faithfully and accompanied him up the structure. The dog's presence made the tower feel less abandoned and made Elias feel less alone. The townspeople soon noticed Elias's unexpected companion and began sharing stories about Copper. How he always sat by the tower, how he watched the road as if waiting for a friend who never returned. Some believed his former owner had worked at the tower years ago and never came back after an accident. Others said Copper simply loved the view. Elias wasn't sure which story was true, but he felt a quiet bond forming between them. Copper reminded him of the loyalty and purpose he had lost somewhere along his career. One afternoon, heavy clouds rolled in. Elias climbed to the top to finish his inspection, but halfway up, the wind roared violently. The tower swayed, bolts rattling. Elias froze, suddenly unsure of his footing. Copper barked sharply from below. "Not now, boy," Elias shouted, gripping the railing. But Copper barked again, louder, more urgent. Elias looked down and saw the dog circling the base, then running toward the small service shed, a place Elias hadn't checked yet. Realizing something was wrong, Elias retreated carefully. When he climbed down and followed Copper to the shed, he found a broken anchor bolt lying in the dirt. It had snapped clean off, leaving the tower dangerously unstable. If he'd gone higher, the structure might have collapsed. Elias knelt beside Copper. "You saved me." The dog nudged his hand gently, as if to say it's what friends do. The next morning, Elias filed his official report with a firm conclusion. The tower should be restored, not demolished. Not because it was structurally sound, it wasn't, but because it meant something to the town, and because it meant something to one loyal dog. The mayor, touched by Elias's conviction and stories of Copper, approved a restoration project. By spring, the Iron Tower stood strengthened and shining, no longer forgotten. On the day the final bolt was secured, Elias climbed the tower once more, with Copper trotting beside him as always. When they reached the top, Elias whispered, "You helped save this place, and maybe you helped save me too." Copper wagged his tail, the sunrise glowing on his fur. And from that day forward, Elias never left town again. He had found a new purpose, and Copper, at last, had found someone worth waiting for. The story of Copper and Elias reflects how unexpected companionship can guide us through moments of disconnection and uncertainty. Elias, burdened by burnout and a fading sense of purpose, represents many people in modern life who move through their days mechanically, losing touch with what once inspired them. Copper, with his quiet loyalty and instinctive awareness, becomes a symbol of grounding, reminding us to slow down, observe, and reconnect with the world around us. The Iron Tower itself mirrors the human condition, worn, neglected, yet worth saving. Its restoration echoes the idea that healing often begins when someone recognizes value where others see only decay. Copper's presence teaches Elias that meaning is not always found in grand achievements. Sometimes it grows from simple routine, shared silence, and the courage to care again. This story encourages us to pay attention to the Copper figures in our own lives, the people, animals, or small routines that help us feel anchored. It also reminds us that purpose can be rediscovered when we allow ourselves to form genuine connections, especially in places we least expect. Ultimately, the tale suggests that companionship, intuition, and attention to our surroundings can help rebuild not just structures, but the inner foundations we rely on to move forward. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It'll really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then skip it, and don't forget to check out our other videos. We love you and goodbye.